Okay, so this is Trenchfoot. In this level, it kind of has everything that I want to show you, except for one thing I'll show you later. So the basic premise of this game is you plant bombs and you plant blocks. So the first thing I'm going to show you do is how to plant a bomb. So I'm going to pull up the start menu, which has the controls conveniently displayed. And we have the X button plants bombs, the A button plants blocks, and if you have a detonatable bomb, which you don't start with, but in this level you do, right bumper detonates that bomb. So X is for bombs, A is for blocks, right bumper is to detonate the bomb. I'm going to go ahead and hit resume here, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plant a bomb. So I'm going to press X, I'm going to plant a block, press A, and then I'm going to move off the block, and I'm going to hit right bumper and detonate the bomb. One thing you have to be careful of, I'm going to plant a bomb here, and when you move off the bomb, you can no longer move through it. So that's one thing to keep in mind, because you can trap yourself, but the fun part is you can trap your friends too. So I'm going to go ahead and plant a block here, detonate the bomb. Alright, and then I'm going to pick up a power up. So plant block, plant bomb, plant block, detonate bomb. Alright, so in this level I have a limited set of power-ups because it's just a different kind of level. In this case, these two power-ups here increase the explosion magnitude. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up these two things, and I'm going to plant that bomb, I'm going to plant a block here, and I'm going to blow it up. Alright, so this is great, because the next thing we have here is the soccer ball. Soccer ball lets you kick the bomb. So I'm going to go ahead and plant this bomb, and I'm going to move into it, and you can see I can't move it right now because I haven't picked up the soccer ball power up. But the soccer ball power up, when I pick it up, allows me to kick the bomb. So now that I've picked it up, just by walking into the bomb, I get to kick it. Alright, so now I've kicked it, I'm going to place a block, I'm going to explode the bomb, and there we go. Alright, so the next thing I want to show you is with blocks, because sometimes you'll be walking around and you'll place a block and you place a bomb, and you'll notice that now you're stuck between the two things. So if you want to get rid of a block that you planted, just walk into it, hit it a couple times, and you'll get rid of it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the B button. That's going to plant the block on that side of the bomb, and it's going to go. Alright, so the next thing we have here are these little tiny red spinny things. They're just supposed to be like little pieces of these blocks that we exploded. And when you collect them, they allow you to plant more blocks. Every 4 of these gives you another block. And this is going to be the 4th one I'm going to pick up here. So you're going to see a little +1. That +1 means I can now plant another block. Now I've been playing this level for a little while, so I think I probably have 3 or 4 blocks. But I'll just go ahead and lay them all out in a line, and we'll see how many I have. Alright, so I've got 4 blocks. So I'm going to go ahead and plant that bomb. I don't want to be on this side of the explosion, so I'm going to go ahead and move that block. And there we go. Alright, so the other thing to know is that the bomb that this level starts with, that you start with in this level, is one of the new bombs that I add to the kind of game. And that bomb is a fill bomb. So the fill bomb fills up the space that it explodes into. So I'm going to go ahead, it works like a real explosion kind of. So I'm going to plant this bomb here, and you're going to see, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I can shape the way the bomb explodes. So I'm just going to go ahead and you're going to see this bomb's just going to come out linearly, and then it's going to come back around this end. Alright, so let's go ahead and explode. And you can see it just kind of goes in that line. But that's not very interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and plant a bomb there, plant a block there, and I'm going to go ahead and shape it this way. You're going to see now it's going to come down here, go around the curve, and come back up here. There you go. Alright, so the next thing I want to show, which is why I want to show this level, are pipes. So I'm going to go ahead and destroy some of the level, and then we're going to get the pipes. Alright, this power-up is a guy running. This power-up lets you move faster. Not really noticeable right now when you just pick up 1 or 2, but after a couple you really start noticing it. Alright, so I picked up a lot of fire, so I'm super dangerous. Okay, so pipes. Pipes act similarly to these gray blocks. These gray blocks are indestructible, and they stop the bomb from going any further. So one concept that's important to note is that each bomb has its own magnitude. Magnitude is basically how many squares it will explode into. I've collected a lot of fires, and on this bomb, each fire gives you, I believe it's 6 tiles of magnitude. So they'll explode pretty far. So just to give you an idea, I'm going to go ahead and plant a bomb, and let's go ahead and just plant some of these little handy guys here. And tell me one more. Sweet. All right, so this bomb is now going to explode down this little alley that I've created. Going to come down here, and pipes, like pipes in real life, have entrances, so it's going to go into the pipe, hit the entrances, and then spread out from there. So let's go ahead and detonate it, and again, I'll pull this up. X plants bombs, A plants blocks, and right bumper detonates bombs. In this case, this bomb is detonatable, so it will detonate. I can detonate it. Other bombs are not detonatable, and they go off kind of after a certain time period. So I'm going to go ahead and hit resume here, and I'm going to go ahead and hit the right bumper and detonate this bomb. There we go. All right, so now we're in tubes. So other things you can do in tubes is you can obviously go in them, come out the very ends of them, and things like that. The other things you can do, you can plant bombs and you can kick bombs through them. And this level kind of, you can block off various portions of the tube to kind of shape the explosion how you want it. So I'm going to go ahead and place a block inside this side of the tube over here. I place a block inside this side of the tube. I'm going to go ahead and place a bomb there. And then I'm going to place a bomb here and here. And then I place a bomb here, a block there, and actually I'm going to place a block here, but we'll just block. All right, and so now, because I placed a block here, and I placed a block here, it's going to go into the tube, through here, through here, through here, and then out into there. When I I forgot to place a block that would block me from dying. All right, so you get the idea. That's tubes, that's fire, that's running faster, that's kicking the bomb, and that's creating and destroying blocks. So I want to show you one more thing, well, a couple more things. One of them is going to be the standard bomb that you start with, and the other thing is going to be the beam bomb. So I'm going to go to a different level, so give me one moment. All right, so this level is a very standard level. If you're familiar with the genre, you're going to be familiar with this level. There's two things you start off with, and that is a bomb, and that is one block. So you have one bomb and one block. So I'm going to go ahead and start blowing up blocks here and there, and collecting things as I go. So I plant a bomb. That bomb is not detonatable, so I have to wait for it to explode. Once it explodes, sometimes it'll spawn a power-up like this, or sometimes it'll spawn a piece of a block that will eventually allow you to plant more blocks. In this case, it spawned a bomb. So now I'm going to have 2 bombs to plant. So I can now plant 1 bomb and 2 bombs, and that's how it goes. Now the other thing I start off with is 1 block. And again, if you've watched this video before, you know that the bomb can be blocked by the block, so it can't go through that. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and pick up a bomb, and as I go through here, I'm going to keep exploding walls, trying to collect power-ups. Alright, so this power-up is the one that I showed you previously. It's the flood bomb, and that just fills up spaces. But the nice thing about the flood bomb also is it allows you to detonate it. So you can plant the bomb, you can wait as long as you want, you can do whatever you want, and whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and press the right bumper, and that will detonate the bomb. Alright, so I'm just going to keep going here. Alright, this again, the running guy allows me to move faster, so I'm going to pick that up and I'm going to run a little faster. And again, I want to point out these little red spinny things here are these little blocklets. As I collect those, that just said +1, I get that means I can place another blocker. And blockers let you shape the explosion. One thing I haven't had much luck here is getting fires. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is a fire that's going to increase the size of my explosion and how large it goes. So that's how large it goes now. This will explode even. This will make it even larger. So I'm going to go ahead and put that bomb in the same spot. And you're going to see it's even larger than the previous one was. And this bomb here is actually a downgrade from what I have, kind of. It's the standard bomb explosion, but is also detonatable, so it lets me choose when to explode. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this up and show you what that looks like. So that looks like the regular explosion, and again you place it with X and then you press right bumper to detonate it. And that is how that explosion works. So we're going to just keep going through here. Okay, so this is the circle explosion. Circle explosion is actually really dangerous. Explodes out in the shape of a circle. So I'm going to go ahead and plant it. I'm going to run away, and before it explodes, you're going to see little yellow highlights surrounding it. Those little highlights dictate, will tell you how far the bomb's going to explode. And none of the bombs explode immediately. All of them explode over time. So it gives you a chance to react to them, and it gives you a limited amount of time, but some time to kind of try and figure out a way to prevent yourself from dying from it. So in the circle bomb, there's really nothing you do to shape the explosion, but it gives you an idea of where it's going to be, so you know when you have to run away from it. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit resume here. You're going to see, just before the bomb explodes, you're going to see a flash of yellow spheres all over the screen dictating where it's going to go, and then it's going to explode. There it goes. Alright, so that was a speed up I just picked up. Another bomb, more little blocklets. Alright, and then this again is the kick. I'm going to go over that again. So now that I have the kick, before you have the kick, when you walk into a bomb, it won't go anywhere, but now they do. If I kick it, they'll move away from me and save my life. Alright, so that's another fire. Sorry, that was another bomb, more blocklets. This is the running guy who lets me move faster. This is another bomb. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay down a line of how many bombs I have here. Alright, so pretty dangerous right now. Okay, so this is the kick again. We're going to pick up that. And that's kind of how this goes. It's obviously a lot more fun when you're with other people. Not doing this on a video by yourself. Alright, and I'm going to see if I can get this last bomb. This would be a good place to show it. Doesn't look like it's going to spawn though. There we are. Alright, so again, this bomb just above me right here, that's the flood bomb. I'm going to go ahead and pick this up and show you what this looks like again. Now that I've picked up a bunch of these little red blocklets, I can do some fun stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the rest of these that are available to me. I'm going to avoid that one because I want to show you what that's later. But that's a different kind of bomb. I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. Again, that was the flood bomb I just picked up. These are all fires. I really don't want any more fires. My fire is going to be huge at this point. Again, I tried to put enough fire in for 8 players, kind of playing simultaneously. So it's way too much for one player to have. Alright. So again, I think I've gone over this before, but it can't hurt to show it again. So the flood bomb expands the space that it's in. So I'm going to go ahead and place a bomb there, and I'm going to go ahead and start placing little blockers here and there, and you're going to see that I can shape where the explosion goes and kind of how it flows. So let's go ahead and do this. Alright, I'm going to block it off there. And this could be dangerous because the explosions do stick around for a little bit, but not too long. But let's see. Alright, so as you can see, it kind of went up that little path, followed it, and then backed up on itself because the force kind of stopped. Alright, so the next thing I pick up is the beam bomb, and that's this guy right here to my left. The beam bomb is similar to that default bomb that you have in that it explodes in that cross shape, but when the beam bomb hits a wall, instead of just stopping at the wall, it then splits out into 2 more explosions. And that happens for each leg. So I'm just going to go ahead and plant it here. It's pretty dangerous because it moves really fast, faster than the other explosions, and it spreads out in predictable ways, but it can be surprising when it's real time and you're playing with other players. So again, I'm just going to plant it there, and this is a detonatable bomb as well. So you're going to have to go ahead and hit the right bumper. Again, just hit the right bumper, and that will detonate it. And you see it spreads out in all directions, but when it hit, you know, the top and bottom here, it then spread out from there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that again. And you see that's what happens. All right, so again, the beam bomb, like the flood bomb, is shapeable. So as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and protect this guy down here, actually, because I don't want him dying just yet. All right, so it should be safe now. So the beam bomb, again, if I'm going to detonate it over here, spreads out in all directions, and you can see it doesn't really take up that much space now, because it's kind of spreading its magnitude out evenly in all directions. There's a couple of things you can do that make the beam bomb interesting. One is these gray boxes, these gray cubes are indestructible. So I can go ahead and use these to shape the way the beam bomb goes. So I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to go ahead and place a beam bomb here, and I'm going to go ahead and place a block there. In this configuration, the beam bomb's magnitudes are going to go all in one direction, and that's to the right of it here. So I'm going to go ahead and press the R button, right bumper button, and that's going to explode it, and you're going to see what's going to happen. So again, same amount of magnitude. If I do it in the middle here, going in all directions, not very impressive. But if you use the shape of the level and you kind of direct its explosive force, you can really get a different effect altogether. And we can go ahead and kill this guy now. But you can see that even that little bit of magnitude loss by having it go in two directions instead of one prevented me from taking any further. It's going to stop before he hits that next wall. But if I do this, it's going to come all the way around, and it's actually going to hit this wall. Let's just do one more. Two more. And that'll be all she wrote for our little friend there. And that's the end of the level. So at the end of each level, they give you a little tally of who you've killed. In this case, I was the only person playing because I'm a lonely loser. And I've killed everyone because I'm a terrible person also. And so that's basically Trenchfoot in a nutshell. It's still under heavy development. I'd appreciate any and all feedback you can give me. I'd love it if you played it and let me know what you think. And take care, and thanks.